We got to keep you in the loop on all the transactions with NBA.com. Make sure you pay attention to the free agent tracker. Go on NBA.com/free agent so you can find out what all your favorite players are going and what their destination will be for the upcoming season. Let's take it to the highlights. Summer League continues. The Nets and the Rockets, that afro is the nicest in the league. You like that, don't you, Czar?
I do like that. Yeah.
Jared Allen, ISO ball, goes right to the rack. How do you feel about this game? That's a strong move.
Open that court up, space it out, give them room to drive and attack.
The Rockets, quick passes. You know how they do. They like to share and shoot the three. The Anthony Melton, 17 points, 5 rebounds. Houston in control at halftime. Joe Chi going coast to coast. 17.7 rebounds. You always like a big man that has
a little body control right there with some hang time.
Very, very nice. He would make the free throw. Houston up by 10. Milton Doyle.
Uh-oh. Crossover. Big man didn't move his feet too well on that one.
Not too well. He had 21 points. Keeping it moving into the fourth quarter. R.J. Hunter rebounds. Isaiah Hartenstein for the dunk.
When they space out, it opens up the lane. The big man by himself for the dunk.
Very impressive. The big man getting it done. Houston gets the victory against the Nets, as you see right there. Plenty of shots made for the Rockets. They have multiple players scoring double figures. 5, in fact, as you see on the screen. The Nets, not so much. As we continue on, the Clippers and the Wizards. Here's Jerome Robinson taking on Troy Brown Jr. Second half, Clippers are up 50-34. Devin Robinson, an impressive jam right there.
Coming up on the baseline, avoids the big man who really didn't look like he wanted all that much of that.
Wanted no parts of that. No. They call that making a business decision. Reggie Upshaw, 3-ball corner pocket. Fourth quarter. Reggie Upshaw.
3 of 6 from the three-point line for Upshaw.
It's a good percentage he's shooting right there. He had 24 points, 9 rebounds. Clippers up 83-70. And then, scary moment coming up. Troy Brown Jr. lays it up. Jerome Robinson goes down with an injury. If you're squeamish, look away. You're looking at the replay. Goes down immediately. Managing that injury right there. And the Clippers get the victory against Washington. Impressive victory. Clippers playing well so far in the Summer League.
Happened to Washington's offense, 74 points. Come on, this is Summer League.
Summer League, got to step it up. Detroit, Minnesota. We'll see some offense in this game. Josh Okogie, the rookie, coming in, 20th overall pick, first rounder. We'll get to him in a second, but he's struggling. Pulls up for 3, that one doesn't go in. He misses the corner 3. He finishes with 7 points, shot 3 of 9 in the game.
You know what's so interesting? These guys play so many games in so few days, and they've had a week of practice. They have no legs left.
Right. Bruce Brown Jr., you saw him against the layup. Bruce Brown Jr. again, 15 points, 11 rebounds, playing well so far. We're going to talk about some guys that are playing well in the Summer League coming up in a second. Stick around for that. Detroit up 36-17 at halftime. But this guy right here, KBD. Second-round pick from Ohio State. Are you impressed with him so far?
I like the idea. He's in attack mode all the time. You close out on him, he's going to buy you off the dribble.
No doubt about it. Base job, doing work. 16 points. But there you see Eric Griffin get the dunk. He finished with 10 points, 7 rebounds. Detroit, a low-scoring game right there, 64-59. It's going to be interesting to see how Minnesota does in the rest of the tournament so far. So we've been paying attention a lot to the Summer League. That's what we do here at NBA TV. And we've been paying attention to some of the players that have been definite eye-openers. I've been looking. I know you've been looking. So why don't we share with the viewers who we've been paying attention to, because there's been a number of players you've been impressed with.
Well, it's time to catch up on the guys that were drafted, and now you want to see just how good they do against their fellow classmates in this year's draft, and also against the guys who have been in the league 1 year or 2 years, who have that experience under their belt. Now they come back, and they should dominate the Summer League. But it doesn't happen all the time.
No, it does not. It does not always happen the way you draw it up. But let's start with the #1 overall pick, who is, of course, expected to live up to the expectations and the hype.
And I think so far this summer he has done just that. He's averaging 16 points a game, 11 rebounds a game, shooting 67%. And he does it in a variety of ways. He runs the floor, agile enough to get to the other end, not afraid to hit that face-up jump shot. He's pretty much dominated every one of the big men that he's faced thus far in the Summer League, and that's what you would expect from the #1 pick.
That's definitely what you expect. But then the #1 market media-wise, the New York Knicks, they have an impressive rookie in Kevin Knox, who has seems like he's dunking on every play, getting to the rim whenever he wants to. How impressed have you been with his game?
I'm really happy for him because if you remember back on draft night, the boos that were coming out of the New York crowd, but that happens every time with the New York crowd. But this young man, 19 years old, has really shown that he's got some game, whether it's from the perimeter, whether it's his ability to go inside and finish. He's big enough, he's strong enough. He is going to be a very good basketball player.
Seems like he's taking the game of basketball a lot more serious. Remember him at Kentucky? He seemed to be a little bit thicker. Now he seems like he's trimmed out just a little bit more so far in the summer league.
You grow up, you mature, you understand that now this is your job. You have to be ready to compete against the finest athletes in the world. You better get your body in shape.
Of course. And then the Chicago Bulls first-round draft pick, Wendell Carter Jr. Defensively, I've been impressed. But what have you seen from him so far that impresses you about his game?
Well, I'm glad you like the defensive aspect of his game, but to me, looking at a guy who can play with his back to the basket or face up and make that little medium-range jump shot, he has great footwork. He's not afraid to attack the rim. He's a big target down low for those guards to pass into, and he's a presence in the lane area. This just goes along with the perimeter guys that Chicago has. You get a guy like this coming along where he can play in the paint, score on a regular basis, and then help defend the rim at the other end. That's a big guy.
Definitely a big guy. Has been very impressive. But Boston Celtics, we know they draft well, they develop well. An impressive guard that we've seen is Jabari Bird. Now, he's been kind of hidden past years on a two-way contract, but he's been able to excel so far in the summer league.
You're really high on this young man.
Very high on this guy. I mean, of course, I was there covering the games and talking with Derek Fisher, five-time champion. He knows a little bit about backcourt play. He was just as impressed as I was.
Oh, if I'm right, this guy was a second-round draft pick coming out of
Cal.
Yeah, and you've seen him now, and you came back raving about his ability. In fact, you already got a Boston Celtic uniform on him, and you took a couple off the other guys that Boston had. That's how much you like him.
Well, I mean, just seeing how quickly he could elevate. He seemed very smooth, very relaxed out there on the court. The Boston Celtics clearly think highly of him. During the conference finals, they took him on the road, and he was able to sit on the bench and get that firsthand experience. So, yes, I'm definitely high on him, but, you know, Derek Fisher is too, and he's pretty credible last time I checked.
You know, I just want to warn you about something. This is Summer League, and I can remember way back my first year in Summer League, one of our players had 22 points the first game, and I said to the GM, maybe we should sign him to a 2 or 3 year deal. I don't know if he made another basket the rest of the Summer League. So just go nice and easy.
Of course, I'm going to take it easy. I got to respect the OG right here on set. As we keep things moving, going on to the Miami Heat, Derrick Jones Jr., we've seen him fly off the screen in the NBA dunk contest on All-Star Saturday night, but his actual game is starting to stick out more than just his dunks.
He had no game per se, but what he was a tremendous athlete. 45-inch vertical jump. You mentioned the slam dunk competition. But once Miami made the commitment to him and they signed him to a 2-year deal, this guy has been in their program, let's call it the summer program, and now you start to see, you know what's really developed? His passion for the game. He loves the game so much more now than you ever saw before. His skills are developing, working with their coaches every day. This guy's a real prospect.
Definitely a real prospect. Hated to see him go down. Hopefully he'll be able to recover soon and get back on the court for the Miami Heat this season. Well, the defending champions. That's right, the Minnesota Lynx led by Maya Moore. Would they get the victory tonight? Stick around. More Game Time coming up. The Minnesota Lynx Maya Moore made the cover of the latest edition of Slam magazine. The four-time WNBA champion became the second woman to make the cover of Slam and the first since 1998. Do you have any clue who the first one was? No? Okay, Shamika Holzclaw. I answered that one myself.
I was just getting ready.
Let's take it to the highlight. The Lynx's figure. There is Maya Moore finding Daniel Robinson. This is Robinson's first WNBA 3. Minnesota up 17-3. And then Maya Moore saves the bad pass. And there it is. Fake Benley gets the layup. Halftime, Minnesota in control. Lynx starting to pull away. There is Sylvia Fowles, the defending MVP. 19-point lead, the largest of the quarter. Fowles kicks it out to Daniel Robinson, bounces back. The aggressive lay-in. Fouls. A 2010 night, also 7 assists, the 13th double-double of the season. The Sun and the Liberty. Courtney Williams for the 3. Seeded 3B is the Connecticut up 23-18. How about Tina Charles? Very efficient in the painted area.
How long has she been around?
She's been around very, very long and has been playing at a high level for a very long time. Connecticut up at halftime by 4. Shanae Agumake with the pick and roll layup. More Agumake. How about that reverse? Very impressive player so far this season, coming off that ACL, Achilles injury, I should say.
Huge play drawn up, coming out of the timeout. 3 to tie the score.
There it is, 76-76. And then Zealous, never overzealous, right on time, knocks down the 3, clutch.
You know what I'm saying? The most dangerous person could be the person passing it inbounds.
You are right about that, Coach. We are going to the Dream and the Mystic. You saw Della Don, the Eastern Conference Player of the Week. 29-point game in Seattle. That was the last one, and she continues to make things happen. Finds Ariel Atkins, the rookie from Duke. Washington up, and then Tiffany Hayes. That 3 is good. Atlanta in control by 10. Up at halftime by 9 to the third quarter we go. Scary moment. Angel McCoughtry drives baseline for the layup. Catches LaToya Sanders with the elbow to the face. Sanders would not return to the game. She stayed down for a while, but McCoughtry driving for the layup and the foul. She would make the free throw. Atlanta handling their business. He put in work as an Iowa State Cyclone, but what is he doing in the Summer League? Mr. Morris to the cup, but the Nuggets get the victory. We'll see more Summer League action. There are the Toronto Raptors and the Denver Nuggets. There is Monte Morris averaging 16 points per game, shooting 48%. Malik Beasley steals the inbound and goes the opposite direction. That is nice. Score tied at 2 early. Monte Morris showing the mid-range game is on point, the baseline J. This backcourt has been impressive in the Summer League for Denver so far.
It has, and the other thing that is impressive is the coaches stick with what the plans are, meaning they're not worrying about wins all the time. They rest guys certain times to give other players a chance to try and make their regular season roster.
Speaking of getting a chance, throw the lob. Raptors. There's the lob. ISO. There it is. Raptors get the victory. There is the 3 ball in the corner pocket. OG Ginobili. 22 points, 4 rebounds. There are the Hornets and Warriors. And there is the first round draft pick, Miles Bridges. Willie Hernangomez knocking down the 3. He seems to have stepped his game up so far playing for the Hornets in the Summer League.
Everybody that goes to the corner, shoots a 3, makes it. I don't know what it is.
Ask Bruce Bowen about that. He knows about it very well. Then Marcus Derrickson, deep 3. Dwayne Bacon, sizzling. A lot of 3s being shot by players in the NBA. It seems to be a theme nowadays. Isn't that right, Coach?
35 threes for Golden State's team tonight.
Bridges spin the paint for 2. He had 17 points, 8 rebounds, 19 points.
There's nobody in the paint. Look how spread out they are. Nobody in the painted area except when you drive and dish.
The drop-off right there is very impressive. How about that pass? Swinging the ball. Hernangomez, 18 points, 13 rebounds.
He's playing like a more confident player. A little bit of experience, much more confident.
As he should be. And we are very confident that you are going to turn into our network for the MGM Resort Summer League. It continues on Thursday on NBA TV. Heat Pelicans at 4. Grizzlies, Thunder, 6 p.m. Spurs, Bucks at 8 p.m. Jazz, Magic close it out at 10 p.m. All those times are Eastern. Definitely having a good time tonight. Just in case you missed it, you need to make sure that you pay attention to our eye-openers. Coach, you had a number of eye-openers that you saw, and apparently we're going to have some more eye-openers when you see us again Thursday night at midnight.
Well, we can see Bamba when we watch the game tomorrow because I like this young man. He keeps getting better and better each time out.
Definitely. I like Jaren Jackson. He's impressive. We're impressive. We love you. We'll see you soon. We're out.